We like live, like straight in. We cold turkey.
Yo.
Let me see. What up? What up? Okay, let me see. Damn, it don't tell me this shit buffering again too. We was on 20 seconds.
It's good. It's on.
It's on. Yeah, so Chief was going in on Corey Holcomb, but my shit. This is soap. This is not candy. Let me see. Oh, okay.
Yeah, man, we back in the building.
We got life form out there. We got life form out there. Where you at, Master M in the building? Where you at? We got life form. We back.
That's right. That's right. Hey, do us a favor though, like, subscribe, and definitely share on all your social media platforms. We definitely appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to the tribe, man.
Right.
We in the building.
Don't forget to check out everybody. Go to tribeupnews.com. That's our center point right there. That's where we live at right there. So y'all make sure y'all keep that on, whatever you can, keep it on your mind if you can. But anytime you lose us, anytime we go off, Tribe Up News is where we live at. So, and it's finna get better. It's finna get a lot better. But I think Chief was going in on Corey Holcomb, and I'll be back.
Well, if you can find that video, we should play the video of
Oh man, don't do
Corey,
me like that, man. Chief, don't do
going
me
in.
like that, man. I got so much shit going on right now. Hey, if somebody could just send it to me, that'll be bad. As far as me finding it, that's gonna be a second.
I'm finna try to figure out how I just watched it. I'm about to try to figure out how to put it in the back check.
Okay, thank you. Be right back.
Libra Son in the building.
Libra Son, you got the link. You got the link out there.
Hey, I'm gonna remember the case. They said peace and progress to the first Americans. Hey, yo, I think this right here as Aborigines, we know who we are, right? So we already was talking for at least a good 9 months about just being the first Americans, right? Like we're the only people that can boast that. Even the people that say they call themselves the first tribes, the First Nations or whatever, they actually not the first inhabitants of this land.
Hey,
right?
yo, I think it was in the 90s in Canada, the what do you call it? The people that you call the First Nations now actually fought the government, and they wanted to take out Indian out of their name to be called First Nations. So that's when I knew that they weren't actually really freaking Indians. They were Eastern Europeans.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I'm about to share this. Like I said, if you guys can, man, share it on all your social media platforms. Let people know we live over here.
Y'all got it?
Yeah, I see it.
What up? What up? What up? Yeah, Libra Son in the building. Master M in the building. What up? Oh, he at work, so he be working 3-4 in the morning. Man, we got so much coming, man. It's finna be excited. But what's up, man? With the with the hustle, man. I mean, should we get one? See what we can get out of it, or what? Or that's just a disgrace. Is that a respectable business?
I think we just gotta have hustle, but we just can't hustle the people. We got to figure out how to get this establishment. You know what I'm saying? Like we take from them.
But white people pay too. because you know they like to see that angry black woman, that angry black man. That's a fetish to them. If they can wake up, some of them, if they can wake up and get them a dose of an angry black man, dude. Do you know how much that? You know they'll pay for that.
Talk crazy.
I'm serious. It's a thing. It's a weird ass thing. Like people that like midgets and shit. I mean, no offense on midgets, but I mean it's not normal.
Little people, bro. Little people.
Okay, little people. Sorry. Right. It's not normal. Hold on 1 second. Here we go. I'll be right back.
Empress, what's up? Ain't heard from you in a minute. Bones, no sellout. Where y'all at?
Are we on a call? Because every time I go out, I can't get back in. Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, okay. Because my phone doesn't work too good unless it's like a video one. When I go back, I can't get back in. I have to like exit the whole thing and then start all over.
What's good? What's good?
Libra.
Peace
What?
and rest to the gods.
Peace to the God, man. What's up, brother?
Peace, bro.
What you know good? Man, I'm at work chilling, man. I'll probably be in and out a little bit. Just wanted to step on the panel for a bit, man. Absolutely right, Chief. That old that system, that cash system, they cashing out off that, man. You know, they making it a business, man. I mean, how much can you say the same thing over and over and over again? Like nobody knows who put the system in place. I mean, that's ridiculous, man. It's crazy. But ain't nobody really build. So I don't know how to do.
Right. And the sad part about it is that if you talk to them, you know, and they say for example you bring up some solutions, they know how to break down all the solutions, so they got all the answers to all the problems. So, Jashan, so if you actually talk to them, you would notice that you know they actually can break down all what white people do. They can break down how to stop them, why they're doing it, to the mental compartments. You know what I'm saying, all the way down to the mental part, to the racial part, the geographical location. They got all the dynamics and mathematics according how to do it. But yet, ain't nobody doing it. And it's safe to, you know, it's kind of safe to say that we don't, you know what I'm saying, we all we got, y'all. We all we got. So it's starting to feel like, man, if we don't do it like our group, Tribe Up and and the rest of the group, it's like if we don't do it, it's almost safe to say it's probably not gonna get done. Prove me
And
wrong.
I mean,
Prove me wrong.
that sounds about right, man. This is what I will say, man. See the thing is, it doesn't matter how much, if you don't have a vision for the future, then none of it means nothing, because that means that you're not going anywhere with that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have any future thought or future plans, none of that shit means anything, because you're not going anywhere with it. You're just going to be stagnant. You're going to be going in circles because you don't even have a plan. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's easy to talk about what somebody else got, but what the fuck do you have? You know what I'm saying? What are you trying to put in place? How are you trying to move? That takes a plan. And most of these fools out here just want to just talk about, what's going on. And everybody already knows this shit. Like, I don't need you to tell me that shit. What I need for you to do is tell me how you're progressing, or how should we be progressing. That's what I need to know. All that old other shit, I don't need you to tell me that. You know what I'm saying? So what's down the road? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I need to know. What's down the road? I don't need to know what happened with Donald Trump and shit. Like, he's no different to me than any of the rest of them. You know what I mean? Like, they're in their system, and they are progressing in their system. So we need to have a system in which we can progress. And it's not just enough talking about their system, but we need to be talking about our system. Where is it? You know what I'm saying? Are we putting a system in place? That's what needs to be talked about. What system are we putting in place? You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing, man. How long are we going to rely on someone else to take care of us, in a sense? How long? Gonna rely on them for every damn thing. Rely on them for job, rely on them for food, rely on them for water, rely on them for shelter, rely on them for every goddamn thing under the sun. When are we gonna provide shit for ourselves? That's what we need to be talking about. I yield the mic.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we also, apparently some of us. Let me see. Make sure y'all can hear me. Hold on one second. Because I'm going in and out. Yeah, apparently, some of us rely on them to tell us who we are. You know. But the thing though is that when you brought that up, because I did want to talk about that, about having vision. You know, me, I come to the conclusion that when people lack vision, and with some people when they lack vision, I believe it's their way to not try to help you. You see, because for example, if I come to no sellout with the idea, and I say, hey, no sellout, I got this idea that I want to do, and if he like it and he agree with it, he's gonna expect me to want him to help. You see what I'm saying? So he like, oh man, that's dope. So he gonna expect me to help. So if he don't want to help, all he gotta do is come up with make up some negative shit about it, and I won't ask him to help. You see? So I like, it's like, okay, no sellout. I got this idea, man. We finna make these new laundry baskets or something. And then he like, nah, man. I ain't feeling that. Like, I don't think that's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? And he basically saying, nigga, I don't want to help you. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody know any business can, if you do the right marketing and do the right steps, you can make it successful. It don't matter what it is. So ain't no such thing really as no dumb idea. Cause well, yeah, I take that back. But you know what I'm saying. But when it comes to business and when it comes to actually legit business, like ain't no real wrong ideas. It's ideas that make it big, ideas that don't go too far, but you can still and you live and you learn. And I come to the conclusion that a lot of people that don't want to help, all they gotta do is just shoot your idea down, pick holes in it. So if we go to one of the white people hustlers, and we start dropping solutions like, oh man, well if you do this, then you can get free taxes. And then they would say, well, those are white man taxes. And so then now it's like I'm gonna pick your shit apart because I don't want to do it, and you know it's like, well, even if that happened and we do an idea, we fail. All we gotta do is just collect the data from us falling, and then just go at it again. And then if we fail again, we collect the data from that. Oh, we failed because we didn't have nobody in this position. Oh man, I did this wrong. Oh, we shouldn't have went here. We shouldn't have went there. You know what I'm saying? And we just keep collecting the data and collecting the data. Eventually, man, no matter what it is, you gonna get it right. But you gotta put effort into it. And but I notice, when you listen to a lot of the white people hustlers, they have solutions. They know the solutions. But it's like doing them is like against their policy. It's like that makes you an agent or a coon. You are enemy now if you actually implement some shit that we talked about. Like we go on a panel and we talked about doing something, and next day you actually did it. It's like, nigga, did you just really do that? You know what I'm saying? It's like you become a weirdo or something. But I mean, the hustle will hustle. But at some point, I mean, man, if you know everything and you so political in line with yourself, and everything is so perfect in your life or whatever it may be, or these people got you down so bad and you can't move, they got you in a corner, they got you redlined, they got you quarantined, and you can't move, talking about the problem, spreading information about the problem is not dissecting the problem. But if y'all want to listen, man, we can break this. I can break this down mathematically. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to, y'all want to do that? Who in the chat room? Y'all want to do that, man? I can break this shit down mathematically, so some of them people can understand, and maybe they might could stop talking so much. But it might be a little boring, but it'll make completely sense when I'm done. Maybe you think that might help them, Chief? Some?
I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna help because I mean it's real simple. It's real simple, right? When you talk to someone, you can tell whether or not they have any future aspirations or not. I mean, it doesn't take that long to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? So if you continually talking to people with no future aspirations, then you're just going to be going in circles.
Yeah.
And that's what you call circular thinking. You know what I'm saying? They can't move outside of the circle.
Right side of what's in front of their face. Yep, I get what you're saying.
Right. Because they're just going to go in circles because there's nothing that's pointing towards the future. You know what I'm saying?
Right. The future is
no progression.
Doesn't exist in their world.
Right. The future don't exist.
Yep. So when they look at a baby, they see just a baby.
Right.
They don't really understand like it's actually going to be a grown adult one day and have kids of its own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So when they see our businesses and they see what we doing, they just see what we're doing. They don't see like, okay, well, our business is going to be a bigger business. It's going to, it's going to grow and get better. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Well, here's the thing too, and you have to look at it this way too, child. The thing is this, right? Like even when you present something like that and say, look, here's an idea that we all can do. we all can play a part in this business, and it's going to affect all of us in the future. It's going to make our future better. And even if you were to do that, you were going to have people that's not going to want to be a part of it because they have no future thought. Anything in the future do not exist to them, and they're just going to be looking at, oh man, it sounds good, but it's nothing in their whole being that's going to make them want to be a part of it because they have nothing that's towards the future that's in their whole body. You understand what I'm saying? Their whole mindset, their whole thoughts, nothing is in the future.
Is right now.
Everything is right now. So it doesn't matter if you got a bunch of people that's just living for today. There is no future for them because they don't even have a vision of it. If you can't even see it, then how are you gonna fucking do it?
Right.
You have to see it first, and that is the problem.
Woo.
So I mean, that's why I say even if we try to explain it to them, they still don't get it. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's futuristic. It's in the future. You talking
right? You talking outside my circle, man. Because I'm only thinking for today.
Right, and then another part when you got to do with future, because then they got to calculate that. Oh, what is the chances of us doing that and actually getting it done? Can you show me somebody that did it? Can you do this and can you do that? So now it becomes even like, nah, I just don't believe it, because now they go to their little corporate statistics, and it's like, well, so what are we supposed to do then? If we don't have if you have a future vision, and we don't work on it based on statistics, then what's next? What will we do? We just
go in a damn circle.
Right. We just
talk
about white people in the morning.
Because now we're going to just say, well, this is the only thing that's been done. So what purpose would it be for us to move forward? What purpose would it be for us to progress if this is the only thing that has been done? Are you going to just say, okay, we only can kick rocks right now, and you're going to continue to kick rocks and not going to progress? I mean, the shit is dumb, man. It's like talking to a fucking brick wall. But you understand because you know that they have no vision of the future. And, that is one of the main things that, that keep us in a constant state of, disarray, and non-functionality, because, we just continue to rely on everybody or the people who consider to be our enemies. We rely on them to tell us everything, to give us everything.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell you think is going to happen if you keep on relying on someone else to give you something? You know what I'm saying? To protect you. You know what I mean? And you relying on the enemy to protect you. And what are they trying to do? They're trying to kill you. Because you shouldn't be that goddamn foolish to believe that they will try to protect you. I'm looking at the thumbnail that you got on the live stream, right? So you got these guys in these uniforms with these riot gear on, and this other melanated guy, Aborigine guy, that he don't have anything on, and he's supposed to be looking at them face to face. But what if you had the same shit he had on? Like, what if you had some riot shit on? Do you think you'll make a more different impact then? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So people just don't get it, man.
Yeah. But no future
right.
would be, if not my number one, it would have to be, one of my top 5, and why we in the position that we in.
If these people around you wearing riot gear, then you should have on some goddamn riot gear. How about that? You understand what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And this what people don't get. You know what I'm saying? What, you gonna make them feel comfortable in their riot gear? Or you put some goddamn riot gear on and say, yeah, now we even.
Mm-hmm.
Now what it do? You see what I'm saying? Yep. People don't get it, man. They don't understand shit. They just so used to being a victim and shit. What you gonna keep on being a victim for?
Cause it make a good excuse, you know, to not do shit. I got the perfect excuse to be a
Right,
bum. I got the perfect explanation why I'm a bum, Chief. So
right,
don't.
right. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. That's what
Right.
it is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Well, I can't do anything because I don't control anything. Why don't you control anything? Why don't you control anything? Because we haven't decided to do that.
Right.
We haven't decided to do that though.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, man, it's just something that people gonna have to see to believe, and that's just the way it is, man. They can just follow. They can't lead. They can just follow. So the best thing to do is for the ones with the visions. You just move ahead. Some will follow, some will not, but eventually all will follow because most of them are followers. So they're gonna follow something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can't worry about what people think all the time, and with their personal reasons, because they're not always thinking in progression. You know what I'm saying? They don't necessarily understand progress, or they don't see progress. You know what I'm saying? So you just can't worry about it, man. You just got to do what you got to do. Move forward. That's it. It don't matter who says what, who thinks what. Move forward. That's all you got to do.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, they will see growth. They will see progression. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, they're going to have to follow at some point. They're going to have to follow it. As it grows, they're going to have to follow.
Yep.
So the ones that's trying to go somewhere, you're going to have to get the step. You know what I'm saying? Move forward and progress, man. That's it. That's all we got to do. Just do. Don't just talk about the shit, but just do the shit. Not saying that you're going to be perfect at everything you do or everything is going to be a success the first time around. No. Just like Chai says, sometimes you get knocked down. So what? Get your ass up, learn from your mistakes, and move forward again.
Yep. Sometimes that's the best thing is to get knocked down because now you can go back to the drawing board, you know, and
Not only that, you're going to get stronger.
yep.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to be
Yep.
stronger the next time. So, just look at what happens, to us on a daily basis. They knocking our channels down. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, well, what we do. Well, okay, they did knocked out 5 channels, so let's make 6 more. They knocked out 6 channels, let's make 10 more. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's how you continually progress.
Yep. And now they forcing us to do our own shit. So even if we only got 5 people watching, we watching our own shit. So that's what Trap Up come in at. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Trap Up News. Oh, they doing this on Facebook. Well shit, we got Trap Up. Now it's not what we're doing, it's the you know what I'm saying? It's not that we got Trap Up that app. It's what it stands for. It's basically saying, okay, we don't need you. We're working on our own. Not to mention the communication towers. The communication towers, in Nashville, Tennessee, is basically saying, okay, we don't need T-Mobile. We don't need Comcast. We don't need AM or FM. We have our own M. And if y'all want to get on our M, guess what? Y'all gotta buy our shit, and we control it. And some people say, well, they got spaceships and shit and blah 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 blah. Well, we ain't made it there yet, goddamn it. So shit. You know what I'm saying? Cut us some goddamn slack. If we can get some towers, man, goddamn, nigga, we gotta get spaceships tomorrow. Like, damn, for real? Like, cut us some damn.
I know, but that's how it goes.
That's how they do. That's how they do.
That's how it goes. So,
That's how they do. But shit, nigga, they got the satellite feed. Like, damn, nigga, we just want to get some towers. Can we just get some towers first? No, but see, they got the satellite. Okay, well then we gonna have to get some satellites one day. But damn, can we just get a live stream going first? Like,
Right.
damn. But see, that's too far in the future though, because that future, like you said, the futuristic thinking and the futuristic, you know, uh, uh, whatever you want to call it, it's like a kryptonite. You see what I'm saying? But it it also it also is real also easy to tear down some futuristic shit politically, because when you're talking about the future, it cannot be measured. It cannot be measured. And so anything that cannot be measured is a and this goes to all the scientists, this goes to all the scholars, this goes to all of them. Anything they cannot measure, or they they basically got names for it, like, oh, it's a myth, oh, it's a conspiracy theory, it's you know a misnomer, and they got all these little names for shit they can't measure. But goddamn, if you can't measure it, that don't mean that that it can't happen or that it can't be. We do all types of stuff that we don't measure. You know, you can't measure how much you love your wife or how much you love yourself, but you love the fuck out yourself, don't you? Let me see you put that shit on paper.
Well, it's it's that situation where you just have to wait and see, right? So that's where they at with it. You know what I'm saying? They, you know what I'm saying? So the ones that's going to wait and see, just do that. You know what I'm saying? The ones that's going to step into their own, that's going to force progression, that's going to move forward, then that's what they need to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say, man, I never really worry about some slacker saying some negative shit for real, because they're not going to be in the way. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be in the way because they're not moving. They're standing still. If I'm moving and you're standing still, you're not going to be in my way. Period. That's just how it works. You know what I'm saying? And they might, for the day, they might say some slick shit, and it might have went over well with some people. They might buy into it for today, but what about tomorrow and the next day and next week? You know what I'm saying? So they're still in the same place. They're not in the way. Never. Never would I worry about people that ain't doing shit being in the way. Never. Because they can never be in the way. They ain't doing shit. How they gonna be in your way? That's that mental block that we all had to deal with, man. We all have some form of blocks mentally that keep us from doing certain things. But in reality, if you're not moving forward, or you're stuck in one place, or you're going in circles, you can never be in my way. Period. That's just how it is. So what's good? Everybody still there? Where everybody at?
Mic check. Okay, I'm mic check.
So what's good? Everybody still there? Where everybody at?
I'm right here, doing lovely, wonderful. You know. What
Yeah,
up?
yeah, yeah. Got you. Got
Oh, you get
you.
me? Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
yeah,
still here. I'm feeding the baby. So when we get back, man,
yeah.
I'm gonna break this shit down mathematically, man. So hopefully, if I break this down mathematically, hope it maybe it might be able to, spark or trigger something, in some of these people. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, but yeah, I'm feeding the babies right now. So, uh, give me a couple minutes. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Who else
And
on the line? Who else on the line?
we got
Me.
Chief, we got IMU, we got Bones,
Right.
we got Rachel, no sellout,
Okay.
and
Where
we got
everybody at, man?
Black
I
Indian in
want
the
to hear.
building. But
What
yeah,
up?
So,
I'm here with you too, brother.
yeah,
okay, that's what's up. This was out. So, who got something to say about what we just said?
yeah. So when I get back,
Me.
I'm breaking down the mathematics of this shit,
Okay.
y'all.
All right, Ty. All right. So, go ahead, Rachel. What you got to say?
I what I gotta say is okay. Everybody on the face of the earth is unique. Everybody got problems that or things that they want to get out the way, deal with. You know, absolutely. But at the same time, I'm unique. There's nobody else on the face of the earth like me. Hey, I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna bring whatever I can to however way it need to be expressed. Period. Bottom line.
That's what's up.
I don't know how to put that mathematically, but
Don't
it
worry
is what
about
it
it.
is.
Yeah, you was clear. It was okay. So so who else? Who else we got, man? Which my man
Yeah. So,
immigrated.
what up? What
Black
up? What up?
Indian
What up? What
immigrated.
up?
What's up with you,
What's
G?
going on, brother? Man, chilling, man. I ain't doing shit.
Right,
Sitting
that's what's
back.
up, man.
Yeah,
So
I say
yeah,
shit. What I think, man, that's real talk, though. That's what I say, because man, just like you just said, you know what I'm saying? Fuck Trump and all that. That's why I say every little thing that I see. This is how I look at everything, bro. Got to deal every little thing. Got to deal with it all. That's why with the little so-called government shutdown, had motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, out their comfort zone. They had to do something different. You know what I'm saying? I don't like. I like to learn new shit. You know what I mean? Like I don't like to just be complacent. You know what I'm
right.
saying? It's stagnant. Man, I mean, everybody look, you know what I mean? I agree. You know what I mean? You gotta pull your own, not even pull your own weight, but you know what I'm saying? You gotta, it's all about contribution. You know what I'm saying? You gotta play your part. You know what I'm saying? Cause if you ain't playing your part, you useless.
There you go. But you know what? I'm gonna say this, man. And you know, I guess there's no other way of saying it, but only the strong of us is gonna have to push forward. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh
that's just what
yeah.
it is. You know what I'm saying? So even if the ones that's trailing behind can't push forward right now because their mindset ain't you know into it. But I mean, it's like this, man. As things grow, people catch on, man. That's how I look at it. So, but somebody got to make the first move, man. Somebody got to make the first strike. You know what I'm saying? Um, and that's what the forward thinker's supposed to do. Supposed to make the first move. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what we gotta do, man. Like if somebody's standing still, how they gonna get in your way, man? Like it's either you moving or you not, or you standing still, man. You gotta pick
I
one.
agree.
Pick one. You know what I'm saying? Um, you gonna be a doer, or you just gonna sit back and wait. You know, um, that's just how it's gonna be. But trust and believe, man. Something is gonna move. Something is gonna move forward. So that's just the bottom line. We don't have a choice in that. We don't have a choice. So that's what it is, man. Who else we got? Yeah, who else we got on the panel, man? Where you at, Chief?
Dude, I'm right here.
What's up,
What's
Chief?
cracking?
You got
Chilling,
it,
man. How you
man.
doing?
Good, man. At work, chilling, trying to get it in a little bit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So, yeah, man. So we were just talking about the hustle of white degeneracy. People playing on the fears, but it works both sides, though, right?
Yeah.
They can paint the picture of to create fear and mistrust and hate. You know what I'm saying? On both sides, bro. It works
Yeah.
that way.
That's
The people in
that's a fact.
power, the people in power stay in power by this happening. Now, I'm not saying we gotta be some kumbaya and all this other shit. Like, I'm not saying that. But I am saying you're already intermingling. You're already going to the same grocery stores, like same food, so and so forth. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So you obviously aren't that offended by these people. Y'all understand what I'm saying? But you give them power if you continue to allow them to have that type of psychological effect on you. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, this is just that simple. I don't know why people don't understand that.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
It's just that simple, man.
I mean,
Yeah, man.
it is a big business, man. You know, talking about your enslavement is a big business, man. Talking about your physical and mental enslavement, you know what I'm saying, is big business, man. It's like, my question is always this, right? So if so-called, talking in quotation, in air quotes, if so-called black people were at the top of this caste system, would they have anything to say about it? That's always my question. You know, what would they do about the system if they were on top? That's what I want to know.
And
What
you
would
know
you
what?
do?
Sometimes, bro, see, leave it on, man. Sometimes, bro, I really think that it is some black people on or whatever you so called on top of the system, bro. Sometimes it make me think that though, because it's like, damn, like think about it, man. Like it's obviously somebody that know you can't beat nature. You know what I'm saying? That can, you know what I mean? You can't beat nature, bro. You know what I
Well,
mean?
well,
It's
well, here's the thing, right? The thing is that it is all psychological. That
oh
is
yeah,
the thing. See, so it doesn't matter who's on top of the system. It matters that there is that type of system. It's the system in itself
there you
that is the problem.
go.
So when I talk to people and they talking about this whatever supremacist system, you know what I'm saying? It's like, if you were on top, would you be complaining right now? Would you be complaining about the
Mhm.
system if you was on top? That's the question. You know what I'm saying? Because people at the bottom of the shit is always gonna be the complainer. And just because you complaining because you at the bottom, what does that really say? You know what I mean? Does that say that you just mad because you at the bottom, or that the system itself is the problem?
Yeah, I was about to say it's still saying that you a part of the damn system. It's just about getting up out that system.
Well, see, the thing is that, like I say, if you switch it and you switch positions and your ass ain't the one at the bottom, then would you be complaining? You see what I'm
Right.
saying? Would you recognize how broken the system is then?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
the thing is that we have to understand that the system itself is a problem. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And if they didn't have that system, what system would you have? I mean, this is the things you need to ask these people that, that talk so much against the system. It's like, okay, well, what system would you replace it with? You know what I'm saying? And how would you do that? How would you run some shit like that? Because if you ask me, most of these people don't want no responsibility of running those systems. So of course, why would they think of their own system to have? They don't want to run shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just how I feel about it. Now, somebody can always prove me wrong, but it ain't gonna take me long to figure out, you know, what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like whether you really had some viable alternative to the system that's already in place. So there you have
And
it.
even I say with this system, I think this system. I mean, it's like, man, I think this shit was put in place. It was the system, the current system is put in place to work against us. But I think the system before, you know what I'm saying, was our shit. You know what I'm saying? And the shit that's current is built off our
Yeah,
old
but
shit.
yeah, well, but do people even know how that works? How did that
Mm.
old system work? Do people know that? Is the ones
I
that's
mean,
complaining about the listen? Is the ones that's complaining about the system knows? Do they know how the system before worked? You understand what I'm saying?
mhm.
Do they even know that, or are they just complaining because of what position they're in, or been told that they're in the system?
All right.
That's the problem. So we gotta be real about this shit, man. Gotta be real about it, man. If you want to control your own destiny, it takes a lot of responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Much is given, much is expected. So the question is, do these people feel that they can run a system and be responsible for it? Every aspect of it, good or bad. See what I'm saying? Some things require some serious decision making, man. And are they willing to make those decisions?
Some good questions, bro. Some good questions, man. But I say I just be thinking like, man, I know from what I mean, from what I'm learning, I ain't gonna just say we can shit from what I'm learning. Even, you know what I mean? It's like I ain't the first, or we ain't the first generation to know of, you know what I'm saying, it's true. So I'm pretty sure it's just like, man, just like, man, look, man, bro, I be asking myself questions like, even with certain factories, man, you creating all this shit on a daily basis. Where is it going? You know what I'm saying? I think they had a lot of shit from us, bro. That is like the system that they got in place. Like, man, it's just all different. You know what I'm saying? It's just for us. You know what I'm saying? The blind, they call it.
Well,
People that
yeah, I
can't
mean, they
open it.
want to. If you create a system, then you want to protect that system. Then
Oh
your
yeah.
best bet is to block everybody out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You want to keep them in a certain area, and you want to be able to block them out from gaining more information or gaining more resources. You understand what I'm saying? Because
Hmm.
that's what it's all about. It's about controlling the resources, including human resources. That's a resource as well, right?
Yeah, no shit.
So that's what it's all about, controlling all the resources. So how do you protect that? See what I'm saying?
Man, you
That's
know what's crazy, man? My mind be jumping subjects when you say shit like that. Man, be like, I don't know. Man, I'm just be on some extra shit, bro. Man, like when you protect that, it's like you make these certain laws. You know what I'm saying? Because look at the way American life is based off, or America, how life is on our continent. You know what I'm saying? Or on our homeland compared to the rest. You know what I'm saying? Like it's completely different, bro. So you protect it by putting these walls in place because it's knowledge. It's a different understanding over here than I think, or right here where we at, bro, than anywhere else in the world, and it's true.
that
You know what I
is
mean? So
because it's a unique situation, right? it's hard to compare any situation with ours because I don't know of any landmass that we are aware of that they have totally made the people of that landmass think they're from somewhere else. There's no other place that has been done like that.
Only reason being, bro, only reason being, cause like Chief and y'all was just saying earlier, man, like it's because man, like, bro, we ain't never stop fighting. Man, if motherfuckers was to just, bro, they can't, man, we can wipe, we ain't never stop fighting. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, all of this shit, I'm just watching this hoop, this the game. You know what I'm saying? All this shit, man, I'm just looking at it. I just look at shit differently. You just look at it and be like, everybody just pacified. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's how a motherfucker can lie to you, because he can give you some of the latest, this and that, shiny gadget, and make you still think, you know, or make you think, you know what I'm saying? This is like the same old trick that was, you know what I'm saying, that was placed upon motherfuckers in the beginning. Coming over here giving a motherfucker, you got a whole, this is how, you got a whole farm, whole acres full of bud. You know what I'm saying? Smoking out of dog ass peace pipes, you know what I'm saying, made from nature. Motherfucker come over here and give you a piece of blown glass that looks shiny and they call it a bowl. You gonna sell 3 acres for that one bowl. Like, nah, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just weird, man. I just look at it different, man. Like, we still trapped under the same spell. That's how motherfuckers able to be lied to. And
That's a
it's
fact.
easy because I say, just like with history, bro. Think about history. We keep on saying the word history, history, history. That's, it's being written. It ain't our history, but history itself is being written in our face right now. And ain't shit we doing about it. You know what I'm saying? It's written. It's being written right now, man. I'm talking
Well,
about
yeah,
from anything.
yeah, that's a fact. And right now, we're being passive while
Yeah, we
history is
being
being
real
written.
passive.
Yeah,
And when it is, cause everybody know it. I mean, it ain't nothing new. The history books is changing. They changing history books. They changing all this right now. So just imagine what they put in there. You ain't, and a lot of motherfuckers ain't even, you know what I'm saying, in tune with that type of shit. But just think about it. Before you know it, once they write you out them books, yeah, wipe you off these streets, you gone. You know what I'm saying? I be looking at it crazy, bro. But that's how I say. That's how I think how they able to lie to us, bro. Cause we just pacified, man. Like, I don't know, man. People just lazy as hell.
yeah. It's a lot. Well, I'm not gonna say a little more than that. It's a lot of things, right? Like we got 99 problems, and we can't fix 99 problems with two solutions and shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like we need 99 solutions for those 99 problems, man. And people just had to realize that ain't no magic light switch.
It's only one problem, bro.
Go
It's
ahead,
one
I'm you.
problem.
What you got?
It's only one problem. The thinking and thought process that people actually own something. Something belongs to them. You remove that thought process, and everything else should fall back into its natural status.
I agree with that. I can agree with that.
You get to the root of any problem that we are facing on this planet right now, and you're going to find out it's ownership. Take
Of
any problem it
course.
is
Oh, that's
across,
all it's
any
about.
problem it is, and you're going to find out somebody thinks they're entitled to own something or someone or certain situations. And as a child, you're taught to share, and next thing you know, it turns into why this belongs to me.
But
Now
isn't that
you have to
colonialism?
root. First, you have to root where that came from. You can
It's
figure out where that came
colonialism.
from.
It's
No, bro.
colonialism.
No, you're not going back far enough. Keep going back. Keep going back. Keep going back. Keep going back. To get to where that originates from, then all these problems would easily be solved. All of them.
You know what I be hearing? So you say some a couple of times. I am y'all be listening to you. So when you say that, I think I'm already pretty sure what you're saying. That it was our own people that got greedy with each other, right?
I don't know about that, man.
I kind of feel that way sometimes.
Well,
I ain't gonna say got greedy with each other, but just got like
No, can you
we
say that again? I
had
didn't hear
we
you. Can you say that
distant.
again, bro?
I said I kind of feel when you say that you make it seem like I mean not even make it seem like it. I mean I kind of felt this way too. Like it's a lot of our own people they're not even greedy with each other, but just like came into disagreements and allow other motherfuckers to infiltrate that infrastructure.
see, and here's the thing too. This is what I mean by colonialism, right? Because when those colonists came over here, and like you say, just like when you made the example of giving somebody a shiny bowl, and they say, "Well, here you can have this land." The
Hmm.
reason that they were doing that is because they had no ownership of the land. That
Right.
wasn't even a concept. Is what I'm trying to tell you. Don't keep thinking things are so ancient, man. All this shit is some new shit.
Hey, that's
You
true.
see what
You
I'm
know, I was
saying?
telling somebody
So
about that the
the
other
only
day.
thing ancient is the only thing that's really ancient that we have to look at is that's how they create things and make them whereas they acceptable because they make it seem like it happened so long ago. It's like, yeah, they used to do this like millions of years ago and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that makes it acceptable. But I'm trying to tell you that land ownership is some new shit that they brought over here. We weren't operating that way. So of course you can say, well, yeah, you can have this you can stay in this little piece of land because we don't have no idea of ownership. We had no idea what they were trying to do. That was a new concept.
I don't know if that's accurate
Right.
or not. And the reason why I don't know if that's accurate or not is because people were allowed, they had to get permission to hunt in another person's territory. So, in a sense, that's a form of ownership. What I'm asking is to take ownership back to its core. Take it all the way back where it was rooted from. Where did it come across and somebody says, this belongs to me or that belongs to me? If you can get to the root of that, we can fix all our problems.
I don't know, man. Like I be looking at it in a lot of different ways too. It's like I be just looking at shit, man. Like I don't never believe, man. Well, never no such thing as colonization of us, bro. Like it's just crazy, bro.
Okay, check
'Cause,
it
I
out.
mean, cause
What is MC squared? Does anybody know how Einstein came up with MC squared?
something about that E equals MC square shit.
Yeah, check this
Energy,
out.
energy, or whatever fuck it was. Like, yeah, I know what you're
Mass
talking
times
about.
acceleration, blah blah blah.
Yeah, or some
Okay,
shit.
well check
Yeah.
this out, bro. Do you know he had the answer way before he even came up with the raw drawn out equation and came back to the answers? Which answer? He had the simple answer in front of him, but he didn't accept it because he wanted to go this long route to prove that he had the answer. And that's what been our problem. We do not accept the simplicity of an answer. Our problem right now is ownership. We haven't gotten over the sense of ownership. It is all the problem on the face of this earth right now is ownership. Get to the root of that, bring it to its surface, and we can resolve these problems just from resolving that one problem. Simple. It's not complex. Complexity comes from confusion and emotional not thinking clearly. And that is what has happened. You do this to me, then I'll do that. You did that dog kicking stuff can happen forever. But if you get to the root of ownership, and if you really want to have that kind of conversation, I'm all in for having that kind of conversation because it has stemmed all the chaos. It's no different than the root to the tree, to the leaf, to the branch, to the leaf, to the flower, and then the process keeps going over and over and over again. And that's all we've been doing is just trying to say what is right and what is wrong when that's a perspective. We say what is the truth. That is also a perspective. But what I do know and what I know of is something simple. It's based on ownership. Ownership created control. So once we get to the point of how we're going to deal with whatever put in our mindset that someone or something owns something or someone, we can get rid of this poison toxicity in our mindset. That is the conversation that hasn't been taking place. That's the bull in the china closet. And it's hard to have that conversation because that is a sense of responsibility. So the whole money-making thing that they've been doing off all these titles and divisions is just a pretty much a remnant of the original core problem.
Well, let me ask you this then, since you say that, because what would be, because there's such a thing, like genie's out the bottle, it's going to be hell trying to put it back in, right? Because when you talk about progression and you talk about escalation, right? So how would you control that? Because if you go back to what you're talking about, how would you actually function in that manner? And how would you look at progression of a people in that way?
Well, I thought I made it blatantly clear when I just gave the term. And
Man, I say I'm
measuring unity.
my whole goddamn phone just froze up. I don't know what the hell just happened. I was the only one that just got kicked out of that.
All right, you have to be a little more specific about that, because you got people that are faction off in the different groups or what have you. So you got to explain how that would actually work and where that would actually work.
If, as a child, you're taught to share, then that means no one owns anything. It's to share. Fundamentally, that's what you taught as a child. Then all of a sudden you come into this ownership realm where people think they actually own something. And when you were born, you didn't own anything. And when you leave, you don't own anything. In between comes all the BS. So if something fundamentally is not fundamentally right. That's why I don't use the word common sense, because if it's common sense, we'd all have it. And we know that we don't own anything. It's all here for all of us to share and experience. So that's the bull in the China cabinet. If you know where that source came from, and if certain groups can understand that it has to be fundamentally turned around to the concept of what you're taught as a child, and then passed on through adolescence and adulthood, we wouldn't have this problem. But as long as somebody thinks they're more entitled to something else, or privileged to something else, because something was given them by someone else, because they think they are entitled, or they deserve this and that, then you really have some sociopaths. And those who don't feel for someone else who have nothing and have everything, they are a psychopath. So when you really look at it, we're breeding social and psychopaths. And this system built on monetary value is built on primarily simple. Someone thinks they own something when it's really simple. If it was here before you, it belongs to all of us, or it belongs to no one. So that equates into the formula to share. We just need to know how to distribute it in a way that's fashionable. That's what we have to get to. In a zero society, you fight like crabs in a barrel. And in one society, you exercise graduation from that. And a second level society, you go beyond that and you start understanding how to measure the unity built on the resources, how they're distributed, and no one is any greater than anyone else. So how do you think when you have resources that are consumed, and then those say that I can, for example, there is no freedom. Freedom is really based upon being able to move without restriction. There are restrictions if you have an ID, there's restrictions if you don't have capital and means. So those are restrictions, so you're not free. It really comes down to using things that you see that are simply in front of your face, and how we have accepted it, this type of mental incarceration, as I call it tonight, goes to show you why all this other stuff works against us and not for us. And as the majority of people, we're allowing it to happen because we know we lack the courage to stop it. Really, it's really just that simple to me.
Testing.
Hey, I gotta ask you a question.
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Can you hear me? Yeah, I hear you. Ty.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was listening to it, The only thing problem with that is that it goes against nature. You know,
Exactly.
it still might work, but
That's
that
the
goes
problem.
against nature because that's like saying
Exactly.
you got kids, right? I'm you. You got kids.
Yeah, 6 of them.
Can I have them?
Exactly. There you go.
Can you have them?
Yeah.
Come
Shit,
over here and think
you can have mine.
what you want to have them? You want to have them?
You
That's
You
the
can
know,
wrong
have, you can
question.
have,
That's the
Try
wrong
you
so
can
question,
have
hard.
sir.
mine,
That's
bro.
a bad example, bro.
well,
It's a
but you
bad
literally
example.
give away your kids. You literally give away your kids, really.
I don't feel
Hell
like
no, I'm fucking.
I feel like I'm responsible for my children.
Okay,
Right, right.
I feel
hold
like
on,
I'm
But you
time.
responsible.
use
But
the
you know the
word
thing of it
my,
is,
but
and you know I say I feel
you
like
use
responsible.
the word
But I
my.
understand. I
Hold
understand
up,
So
why
they
where you're going with
that's
it.
right. So
hold
Where
up,
you're
that's
going
the
time.
with saying
intention
that
that
I
they
own them.
belong to you. So
All
it
right,
is a part of nature to to have things that is yours and to denounce
hold on one
that.
second, y'all.
It's
Hold
I
on
not
like
one
this
saying
second.
conversation.
it's not saying it wouldn't work, but it's just saying that it does go against nature.
Okay, everybody, hold up one second because that's not the question that I asked. Right? The question that I'm asking is, how would you measure progression? Right? Now, when you're saying as a people and the way things are now, would you even be a people, or would you just have a bunch of people from all over the place mixed in? I mean, how would that actually work, man?
Exactly. Hey, and I want to add on to that too, I am you, because you know how you say, all right, you know how you say like
Oh,
we
get to
children
that
of the
next
earth.
though. Get to that next. Get to that next. Let
Go
them.
ahead. Yeah, go
I,
ahead.
I
Go
want
ahead.
to. I want to pinpoint this because it's not just simple as telling people to share and shit.
Right.
Because, like I say, when you talk about progression as a people, how do you achieve any? You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure that out. How would that even happen?
Well, I mean,
And how would that be measured?
I would give you using Jacques Fresco's Venus project as a way of finding out how much resources is combined by how many people there is, and then you have to get it out of want into need. That's the first part of that progression.
Man. Well, let me say it. Let me ask you then. Look, so I ain't trying no disrespect. I don't even
So
know who that
basically,
dude is you just
what
said,
he's
bro.
saying, there's certain aspects. You know what I'm saying?
They're
Not that
variables.
he
But
don't
think,
mean that you get to share everything. There's certain
No,
but think
no, I'm
things.
about when
saying
he
that there
say.
are
But think
variables
about, hey,
involved.
y'all gotta pinpoint on something that you saying though. I am you. When you say you talk, that means you talk about who? Who teaching you? It's most likely your mama, right?
I'm trying to tell you that you have to get to the core.
Yeah, but
So
that doesn't.
even if
Listen,
it's
man.
your daddy that's teaching you
Who's
some look.
answering
So
me
I,
that
I
question?
I
Who's
guarantee you
asking me
this is
that
black
question?
Indian. This
It
black
was.
Indian. So this black
Black
Indian I'm
Indian.
asking you. So
Black Indian.
yeah, so when you what up, bro?
Black Indian. Ding ding.
So all right, and I feel that. So if it is, so this is what comes to this. When you say you taught to do this, right? So even when it comes down to it, if something, all right, say I go to the store right now, or whatever, I don't gonna even use McDonald's or fucking Happy Meal. I go to the store and go get my kids something for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Or well, not even Christmas, a fucking day, birthday, holiday, whatever you want to call it, man. You know what I'm saying? And I teach them to share. You know what I'm saying? Just cause like I say, see, it all, like you said, it starts from the core. But you got to think, the core of now. You know what I'm saying? Look at the state of what the planet is like now to what it was before, for one. And number two, if you being taught to share, even when it came down to it, when you was taught to share, you know what I'm saying, with somebody and they even was like booming, they seemed like they didn't even want to give you your shit back. They had somebody to even teach them and let them know, no, that's not yours. You gotta give it back. So it do all come down to ownership, but it's somebody gonna own something. Cause think about it, if we could say that we the original people here, or whatever the case may be, ain't gonna say we own it. I mean, but damn, it's such. I mean, I'm looking at the TV right now with this little thing with all these little kids on these little with Make a Wish things. Man, they got these things called caretakers. So if we was the original caretakers or something right now, it seems like we didn't borrow something away to somebody else, and now it's getting destroyed, and now it's time for us to own our shit back.
Okay, well,
That's
let me
how I
ask you
feel
this
about
question.
it.
Okay, and I don't have a problem with that. Because if everybody's going to take a piece of pie, man, you're going to want to take your piece of pie too. You're going to go without a piece of pie.
No,
Are you
no, it's
sure?
not. No, no, no. I want to clear it up. It's not even about just taking a piece of the pie. I'm saying just think
I'm
about it. Even when it comes to, because I don't know what you believe. I don't know about
No,
none
no,
of that
I'm
stuff.
about to
But the
break
books,
it down, bro. I'm about to break it down. If everyone's going to get a slice of pie, you're going to want your slice of pie. But listen to this much. Without this time machine, you don't know who the hell's here first. You don't know how many times human beings have been on this land and who was on the first part on this land. That's a lot of conjecture. You know, there's proof to show from the last event there were a certain group of people there. I don't use the word belief, I accept that people came from the last event, came from
Pacific,
the
that's
the
cool.
explosion of the landmass that exploded in the Pacific Ocean, and everybody spread out from that. I mean, there's evidence of
So
from
it ain't no such thing
dances.
as being a cipher. All right. So even when you about to say the dances, I already know what you about to go into.
Yeah,
Ain't
yeah,
no
I'm about to
such
go into
thing as just
cultures.
wanting a slice of the pie. We are the pie. So when it comes to that, it's about basically like, man, like, all right, everybody been eating the piece. Everybody been eating that pie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For the longest.
hmm
So my thing is, if you are the pie, when do you take ownership of who you are and what you are? Clean up your shit. You know what I'm saying? So we can get back to its natural state and stop decaying from within.
Okay, so let's talk about natural state because I know where you're going with this. Let's talk about natural state. You are male, yes?
Yes, sir. Damn, I don't
Okay.
know, man. Yeah, Brett.
Okay, at
Hell
least
yeah.
that's a consensus. That's our
Right
agreement,
home.
right?
Right home, man.
Right. So that's been our agreement. We're males and then there's females. And males have billions and billions of sperms, but yet females only have so many eggs. Tell me how does that work if you're just with one woman? Why did
You
nature
said me.
decide to give you have billions and billions of sperm cells and women only so many eggs? Tell me how does that work in this Western cultural system?
What you mean in the Western? I'm pretty sure it worked like that way all around the planet.
And when you run a Western cultural civilization, you have this whole thing is about monotheism, whether with one wife or one God, invisible God, or this one
Yeah,
wife.
but that's still. But hold up, you. That's you're talking about colonization. You're still talking
No,
about
I'm
Exactly.
talking
colonization.
about numbers.
No,
Ty
no, no.
always
You
talks
said
about
Western.
numbers.
Hold up. You said Western civilization, right?
Yes,
Western
yes.
civilization is colonization.
And we ain't never been
I'm not
colonized
disputing
because
that.
we
I'm
are
not
the
disputing
pie.
that.
Okay.
I'm not disputing. I'm not disputing what black. I'm not saying what black is saying, black and is saying, and I'm not going to dispute what you're saying. I'm saying that it's somewhere along we have to start looking at because some people say, for me, I look at it this way. In some ways, there are so many good things about the way the ancients did things and how they did it, but there were always at that time when they did things, it was new as well. We also have to discover new things with the ancient things and find that measurement. That's why I say it's indigenous
That's
age of
the only
measuring
way. The
unity.
only way we gotta experience. I mean, discover new things with it now is because of the age of technology. The best thing that the ancients did ever. I don't give a fuck what it is. Was to prepare us for what we doing now. That's the best thing, and the only way, and the thing that we
But
gotta do
how
to
do you
like to
know
incorporate is only
we
with
haven't done
technology.
this before? How you know we haven't been through this process phase before? And
So that's what
it's
that.
recycling. How do you
So
know
that's why
that
I
we
just
got to
said
a
what I
certain
said
peak
earlier.
and then we fell off and then we're going this again? So
That's
how
what
much
I said
of
to
that we
Chief
learned from the
earlier, and
mistakes
or
that
no, I don't know if it was Chief. That's why I say no. That's why I said it when I said it earlier, because it's not about, you know what I'm saying. It's about, bro. It's about changing the diaspora of it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, just imagine going through another generation of the same shit.
Well,
You know what I'm
okay,
saying? It's
but
not gonna happen.
let me just say this, right? Said that because it's like this, just like you say, these events that happen, right? And then we're talking about technological advances and stuff like that. See, the thing is this, man. If if there weren't a driver of these things, then these things would not exist, right?
Exactly.
This is what I mean by the genie out the bottle. So when you talk about measuring progression, that's only going to be based on what you have seen throughout your life, right? Like
Because
you got to
everything
take in
comes from an
all the
idea.
information. Well, you got to take in all the information that you got, and then you can say, okay, well, we might need to dial back or whatever. But the problem is that I would probably say that most events that took place had to do with an escalation of progress. You know what I'm saying? Like in some kind of way, progress was escalated to the point of what is always inevitable is destroying some shit. You know what I'm saying? um, but that's what I was saying. If none of these things were in place, then how would you even know if you're even progressing, or would progression be um, an idea? You know what I'm saying? Or would it be something that don't exist as well?
If I were to answer that, I would have to say, looking at it in stages, I still feel we're in our infancy stages, even though how much advanced people think they've been in this technology. When you look at the pyramid, and yet still, that is advanced technology. Whatever its purpose is, if anyone knows, they're not making it widely known to everyone else. But it had a purpose, and the cooperation that took place in order to build those things goes to show you that something was very vital and detrimental to everyone on the planet. So somehow, some way, that level of technology was reached due to cooperation and agreement, which has yet to take place with us at this moment. So it looks like to me we have something happen and we're starting over and we're trying to get back to that. Because we are not, and I feel the biggest problem with us is we're not in any level of decision making. And I think that's a lot more critical than anything because we don't really know what's going on with our planet. And that's what I feel is like a lot more critical. So when I use indigenous age of measuring unity, I'm speaking about as the people who are the descendants of the ancients. If that was us, we have a responsibility to be a part of the decisions going forward. And if we were the ones who made the mistake and something happened, we need to find that out as well so we don't repeat the same mistakes. So when we're talking about this system and how the system is making money off these sideshow Bob issues, because that's all they are to me, and some Kansas City shuffle to keep us away from the real discussion, which is what's going on with us adjacent to the planet. To me, the planet is a live, living organism, which we live in, just like there's cells inside your body. You don't know how they're acting, but you know there's something going on because you are moving around. So I look at things as not time, I look at things as space. And being in this space and that space and understanding that we're arguing about a lot of things that are not nearly as relevant as somebody making decisions for us. And we don't know why they're making decisions as we're being profiled not to be a part of the decision making.
Well, that goes back to what I said about being boxed out, right? When you're trying to protect something, what you do, you box people out of getting the information. And that is what I mean by being boxed out, being away from the decision making. And furthermore, why do people think that they can make a decision that's going to change that dynamic anyway? You know what I'm saying? Like, what give us the the balls to think that we can determine what's going to be the next event? You know what I'm saying? Or like we have something to do with that. So we may just be, ants compared to the real decision that's being made, which is the earth itself making the decisions about what's going to be moving forward. And we sometimes, I mean, even if you're looking at it as being a living organism, it has to be far more intelligent than anything that we could imagine. That's number one, right? And
I don't know if I accept that.
Well, listen, it would have to be. It would have to be whether you accept it or not, because
not necessarily. If I don't accept it, then that doesn't make it so because you do accept it.
Okay.
It means I don't accept it because you just use the term of being in a box, and I'm saying that The
Okay.
parameters only are based upon your imagination.
But in
That
order
right
for you
thought.
not to
Hold up.
accept it, for you to walk upon the planet, that means you're not from this realm. I mean, you're not from this planet, bro. The Earth created you. You got the same things that the Earth. You know what I'm
That
saying?
that is
You
my
know what
point.
I mean?
This
Well,
look.
So
the thing of
you
it
that
is,
would
we
mean
can
you're
get
not
in.
from
We
the
can get
planet
into
I am.
Okay.
diaspora. What is
Let
creation?
let's
Hey,
let's keep it
So let's
simple.
not
Let's
go into
keep
that. Yeah.
outside.
Let's
hold
try
up.
to keep
Let's
it simple. Yeah.
listen. I'm gonna keep it real simple with you. So when if you just look at the atmosphere itself, right? You couldn't create anything like that. You can't create anything like that. I don't give a damn how intelligent you are. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm telling you is that everything that's created on this planet has a purpose, and it's created in a certain under certain conditions, and it's created in
For
certain
this planet.
areas for this planet. And if
Okay.
you're going to say that that's not intelligent, then I don't know what to say about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no way
So
possible. You can take
what?
the tiniest insect, and it is a creative marvel. You know what I'm saying? So it's no way that you can say it has no intelligence as far as creation is concerned. It's the most
Agreed.
intelligent designs that you could imagine. So I don't know where you get that from.
Okay. So um, you're making a very good point. So if I was to sit here and ask you, how long has humans been on this planet? What would be your answer?
I wouldn't have any idea.
Okay. Good answer. The
See,
other thing
I've
is,
been
if I
smoking a lot. I say since the planet created us, bro.
and you know what, I'll accept that as the answer. So let's say for example, the pyramids were to control atmosphere. Could have we have gotten to that point of level of understanding and acceptance?
I mean, you might can
Hey, I
affect. Okay, look, listen. Just because you can affect things doesn't mean that you can create things. There's a difference.
I agree. I agree. You know, I was so funny. I was watching a thing 2 weeks ago about a lady on PBS who says that not only does she know how we were made, she can improve on it. And her smirk, the way that she responded to me, meaning that she found out something because the level of confidence in which she was speaking upon means that she's found something somebody else did not find. Now, I have a theory. There's a reason why she was looking for it in the first place. I use eugenics as that. I use eugenics as trying to solve an equation that is close to a systemic anomaly that is usurped in the matrix. But I also look at it as the pyramids was solving a problem because there was way too much cooperation in order to get it done. Yet and still, we're never talking about what the hell are these things made for and how they get all that cooperation. There are so much things that we are looking at that we're not looking at and we're not discussing. So the
Okay.
thing of it is, I tried to simplify things by saying IMU, by Indigenous Age of Measuring Unity, because I
Okay.
think the only way they could build those pyramids was some type of unification or some, because I use this term, desperate situation creates great motivation.
Okay. I got a question for you. Right. I'm getting feedback from somebody. Somebody need to mute their mic. All right. So here's the thing. Here's the question. Because I had made the statement before that, things that are created on this planet are created for a reason. Now, do you
And
happen
I
to
agree.
know what was the reason for the creation of yourself? What was the
Yes,
reason? What is the purpose for you being here?
to experience this,
To what?
to experience this,
And how you know this?
because that's what I've been doing.
That doesn't mean that's your purpose.
That's what I feel. You asked me what I felt was my purpose.
Right. But I'm
What
just
I
saying.
felt, and I'm also going to say that's what I felt our purpose is. And at the same time, if I was to really get in detail, are we live?
Yeah, we live.
I don't know if I want to answer that question live, man.
Okay, so that should be
But
a
I do
secret.
have an answer to that.
Okay, that's
But I don't
fine.
know if I
Look,
really want to answer it live.
it was a very simple question, meaning this. I don't care how much that these people think that they can improve on life itself, but to do things without knowing a purpose in the first place
Hey
would be
man,
detrimental in so many
I,
ways.
I,
And this
I,
is
I'm, I'm,
this,
I'm with you.
and this is why that you can't recreate life. You can't
Well, I don't
recreate
know if I
life.
agree with that, but I do
Listen,
agree
listen. All
with
right,
the
I'm
first
gonna
part.
tell you why I'm saying it. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna explain to myself. I'm trying to explain myself to you. The reason that you can't recreate certain things is because you don't really fully understand the point or purpose that they were created in the first place.
So
And
far,
by not knowing that, that means that you're going to miss something. That means that you're going to not be paying attention to something.
I
And
agree, bro.
sometimes the very nature of you observing something changes that nature. So
I
it's a
agree with you.
it's a lot of things that go into it. Why
So,
you have to
what you're
respect the creator.
okay. See, the thing of it is, what you're illustrating in the short terms is you're like saying just because you think you know how to do something, you shouldn't do it, i.e., equaling Frankenstein. Okay, so I get that. I've been dealing with this for a long time. So I get you 100%. You need to know the purpose of something before you start doing something. Not all of us have your wisdom. Some of us don't give a rat's ass. All we want to do is to say, can I do it? And I think I can do it. And they do the experimental stuff and it blows up in the face. Let's look at the super collider, for example. They want to sit up and ram atoms together. They are some people, well, that's going to create a black hole. Well, like, well, let's see. Wait a minute. Did you get an okay from everybody before you do it? Well, we don't need that because we're scientists and our job, our purpose, and our job is to figure out how things are created and made. There are people who are doing that right now. The lady I'm talking about, her whole thing was she wanted to be able to improve on what she considered to be the primordial waters of which created us. She's got her own laboratory where she's figuring that thing out. So I'm saying to you, I'm in agreement with you. That's why things have to be looked at and monitored and overseen because there are people out here who are doing things recklessly, like an adolescent would do. You don't give C4 and nitroglycerin to children and tell them to go outside and play with other children. So some people are going to be reckless because they figured out they could care less about the purpose. That's where the ancients may have left us evidence of not being that way from the pyramids
And,
themselves.
and so that's why I go back to what you said in the beginning too, bro. Maybe everything ain't for everybody. And everything's already been conquered and shared on some shit that belongs to certain people. Because look at the destruction that's taking place. You agree with me, and I digress.
But that's the reason why, if you follow the steps of ownership, I'm saying this is what decayed into this mindset.
No, it's not about ownership. It's just like everything. Okay, all knowledge is for all people, but it ain't for everybody. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You could I mean, bro. All right, you know of that satanic type shit. Do you worship it or do you subscribe, whatever fuck you call to it, or do you partake in it? No. Yeah, I mean, everything ain't for everybody. All knowledge is, you know what I mean, but it ain't for you to have. It's not. It's just something that my people left for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I shared it. You know about it. Yeah, you played the game a little bit, bro. Now it's time to give me my shit back.
So let me ask you this question. What person has the ability to decide what group of people they're going to be born into?
You said what person? Oh, okay, no.
What
I mean,
person
actually, I'm
makes the decision or is given the
you.
decision
You.
to
All
be
right,
in
look, let me
what
tell you.
group?
Let me tell you. Look, you right now, if you was to go somewhere and you decided like, all right, I'm gonna go have a baby by this person. I'm gonna have a baby by that person, and it basically boils down to a racist thing. Not even racist thing, but like a race thing, or how the fuck, whatever people want to call it. Like, you that and you this and you that. How America got this shit all fucked up right now. But how you saying it, it's like, man, we as a people right now, the motherfuckers that's walking the planet decide who we gonna create next. That's how I look at it. No.
So do you think that we are the persons to decide what's going to happen next?
Hell yeah, why not? Who if we not, who is?
So
Think
you don't
about
think
it.
you don't think that whatever has happened was meant to happen, and whatever's going to happen is meant to happen as well.
All right, so you don't think about this. All right. You see how they got all these. All right. Let's just put it like this too. I feel you. Yeah, it was meant to happen, but yes, but it's a lot of stuff that when we sit back, maybe this is how I look at it. This is me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we got a certain amount of time, like they got a certain amount of time. They keep buying time. We got to go ahead and do what we supposed to do just for the simple fact. Look at everything that's like the goddamn culture. Everybody that come here seem to adapt to this
But
culture
you
and
never
just
answered my
become.
question.
What you mean?
My question is real simple. How does anybody who comes here decide what family they're going to be born into? Are they given that decision then? You're born in where you're born into. So, like, I mean, thing is,
I mean,
Bones
they
used
ain't
the
got to.
question.
Okay,
Bones
all
used
right,
the
but
description. He said, where's the application of what group are you going to be born into? Once you're born into that culture, you're going to accept that culture. You understand what I'm saying? So
I
if the
mean, I
shoe was
feel
on
like.
the other foot and you were born in a different culture, would you not then perceive to have that attitude that they would have versus the attitude you have now?
I mean, no, not really.
You know the hardest
I
thing. You know,
don't. I mean, to
I
be
got
real,
6 kids.
to be real with you, me, I got four. Oh man, but no, I would have had five. But I tell you this though, look, so I got for you too. But I say, this ain't no Mario game. You know what I'm saying? I don't choose to where I was being born, and I don't get no one up. You know what I'm saying? No life, no extra life. I don't think so, bro. So my
I have
thing is,
6
look,
children. You know the thing
where
that I
I'm
told them
born
the
at.
most difficult thing in life is to walk in another person's shoe, to see it from their perspective. It's the most difficult thing there is.
Yeah, I feel like it's like yeah, that's on a lot of different ways. I feel that, but I say I don't know, man. I'm glad I chose. I mean, I didn't choose to be who I am, but I'm glad I'm fucking. I don't even know a word for it. I'm great. I'm very grateful.
So
Cause I mean,
now, who you are and what status you have right now, you would take that over living in the
you
Taj
said what?
Mahal, the, the, the life you're living right now. Would you trade that for living in the Taj Mahal and having all this stuff at the hands and feet at your beck and call? Would you trade that?
Bro, I don't need all that.
See, look what you said. You said I don't need all that. So,
I
and
don't
when
need
I
all
use
that.
the word term of ownership, it has to be based on difference of want and needs. That's the measurement. What is it that you need? Or are we just going to be caught in this mindset of this
Me?
Western
All right.
colonization, and
You want
some
me?
people are
No, no,
running
no. See,
as it
when you say that,
wants?
so when you say that, the things that I need, like I said, and with my own, it's like for shit to get back to its original state because obviously the people that's in control of it now can't do it.
And that original state is?
I mean, look at what you, bro. Look at the food you eat, the water you drink, the air you breathe. Everything is just terrible, right?
Yes, sir.
All right,
Agreement
so
there.
man, I mean, somebody can't can't take care of it.
So you mean it
I mean,
needs to
I'm
be
pretty sure,
restored back to its natural status?
basically, there you go.
I agree with you. I'm with you side by side. Let's walk together. I'm with that
All
all
right,
a billion
so man,
percent.
that's what I
I'm
said.
with that
Right,
as
so
just as much as I am that a billion sperm cells
so
is not meant for just one woman. It's because nature decided to give us all these billion sperm cells. It never meant for us to be one woman. That's some type of thing that is a mindset that has contaminated us and has
how many
contaminated our
baby mamas you
sisters
got,
to
bro?
the point that they want it one way and then complain about it being that way. You can't complain about how something is, and when you're not even living according to nature. Nature made its decision and explained it to you very clearly. If you do not accept it, you're going to ensue chaos. Simple stuff. It's not complex. If you treat a person how you want to be treated or how you expect to be treated, and you expect to be treated good, then that goes into the formula I am you, so I'm not going to harm you because I wouldn't want you to be harmed. So it's really simple stuff. Anything else is massively complicated or becomes complicated because it's built on selfishness and ownership.
But everything, all right. So everything ain't for everybody.
No agreement there because you like what you like and you don't like what you don't like.
Exactly, bro. That's why I wouldn't even want to be in another motherfucking shoes. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'd be like, damn. You know what I mean? Maybe, yeah.
But if you don't if you don't take a moment to see where somebody's coming from, how are you going to ever understand?
I mean, I take
You
the
just
time
want
to
them to
feel where I'm
understand your
coming.
way
I
and see
gotta
how
take the
they
time.
understand.
See, the thing is, look. With the times I'm living in, where I'm like, with how, what I see, bro, I gotta take the time to understand what I'm living in, and then once I see myself, I can look at somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And then when I look at them, and I'll be like, you know, then I could talk. I mean, I could step in anybody's shoes. I mean, everybody ain't the same, bro. That's why I agree with Rachel earlier when she was like, yeah, I'm not like everybody else. I'm unique. You know what I'm saying? That I ain't the same as you, bro. You could probably be allergic to peanuts. You know what I'm saying, my nigga?
Yeah, but yet still what makes us the same is I breathe into your breathing. I use the bathroom, you use the bathroom.
Man, I don't mean
And I
nothing.
get
That's why I
cold, you
say.
get cold.
But
I get
hold on,
hungry, you get hungry.
hold on,
How's that so much
hold
of a
on,
difference?
hold on. But all right, fish do the same thing. But some people, fish and humans and animals do the same thing. But some breathe water, some breathe air too. You know what I'm saying? So let me tell you this though. I just how I feel, bro. But I tell you this though. Look, if you say how we breathe, you breathe air. But a lot of people ain't breathing the same shit. What is we breathing? We fucking, like I say, go back to its natural state because the earth is being torn down right now, bro.
And I'm
We ain't
saying I
breathing. You
agree
think we
with you
breathing? You think
because
we breathing in complete oxygen right now?
no.
Hell
This is
no.
where I agree with you because the air does affect how we think. If the air was in a better situation,
Yeah.
then we can think better and people would communicate better because they're more healthy. I'm a billion percent with you on that. A lot of us are sick, not only mentally but physically,
So
because of the
that's
contamination and the toxins. And we do need to get on board on getting that
even
fixed
if
and
even if
abruptly.
I still though hold on though, even if every living being breathe the same clean air, everything still ain't for everybody, bruh.
You're right. We're not going to think
I
the
mean,
same.
I don't
Grant you.
give, and that's
I
just
grant you that.
100. I mean,
I
it's
grant
just,
you. I grant you on that.
yeah,
We're not
I'm
going to
just gonna
always
tell
think the
you the
same.
truth.
But it comes down to one simple thing: what we can agree on. Because the pyramids
Oh yeah,
prove,
oh yes,
pyramids
that's
prove,
all that matter.
yes, what we can agree on. I may think differently than you. You may think differently than me and somebody else. But what can we sit down and come to an agreement on? And right now, our group of people can't seem to agree on dog shit. We're
Yeah, I
so
think we
fragmented,
can.
you
No,
know?
I think we agree on a lot. I think everybody here agree on a
Not
lot.
enough to be significant.
And you
And the
know what's
thing of it
crazy, man?
is
Y'all
that
be
we,
catching me.
not only that, you have to look at how we're being totally fragmented to being that cohesiveness. We're allowing things to put wedges between us that do not allow us to be that way. So that in itself is problematic. So we need to get to agreements even in our indifferences. Can we agree on that?
You know what it is though. See what it is. I mean, everybody. We can agree on that. I can agree on that. Of course, everybody need to. We gotta all agree to disagree. But my thing is, like I said, when I say everything ain't for everybody, I mean all skin folk and kin folk too, bruh. And that's just 100. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, y'all be catching me good. I have to say, y'all be catching me good on these little streams and shit.